it's this map.
I almost prefer it that Gambit is starting on T side as well, because like that is CT side is where they get the comebacks, right? So even if this isn't a hot off the press for Gambit at the beginning, you know they've got longevity in the map, and hopefully in the series, ancient to close if we get there. FaZe certainly don't want to. That one is a little more favorable for Gambit, I would say. Already seen them beat Fnatic on that map at this tournament. Fnatic currently B stream update down a map to big. Scary stuff, but not as scary as this monster walk. FaZe have pushed the short tunnel. nafany's holding for it, but he hasn't seen the heads yet. They've crept out below. Oh, he's committed. Nightfall runs back. They know they can't get the kill, but they know what's up. They know this is an A play now, and that's good enough confirmation. Olofmeister,
the private detective, mate, he has put this one all together, hasn't he? Now he's in pursuit. And he's realizing very, very quickly that this is not the B play. So there's a lot of bodies over at this A bomb site. Rain and broky trying to hold down short and toilets. Broky's having to get more aggressive. Now, you don't want both of these guys to give away these kills. With Rain dead, I like that broky has already begun the process of getting out of there, but he goes back in, he double dips. There's no double dipping.
Yeah, it's unhygienic at best, and it's going to be costly at worst. Twistzz does drop another, and Olof on the big flank deals with Hobbit up connector. It is a mauling from FaZe Clan. So much information gained for free, and the worst part about info about like that for Gambit is like they don't know that FaZe know. So they're just wondering, why the hell is everyone playing toilet right now? Olof on the mid flank, 2 inside toilets. Twistzz re-aggresses when broky dies. Like that's a layered defense there from FaZe, and something that Gambit just never knew why, never knew how.
Well, Hugo, look, man, seeing as we got a little eco coming up, I'll even big you up here, right? Our Overpass pistol strat kind of looks similar to that. We call it the Hugo, and it is endorsed by Chad Sponge Birchall, who, you know, formerly was a legendary Aussie IGL. Basically, you just run like 4 dudes in middle, stack them up on that back wall, and...
we're simple plays. By connector, you just tuck. If they go B, you run down con.
Easy.
Don't leak everything, Harry. Our future pug opponent.
It's just like, it's such a, because, you know, when you're pugging, everyone's expecting guy with mid spawn, go peek mid, 4B. And so then they just go mid, don't they?
The old reverse psychology. Battle of the brains, that's what this game can turn into.
So Shiro's got this deagle, Hobbit's got one as well. These two always make me nervous, but with Rain and broky here, keeping each other nice and warm, keeping each other company.
Can't plant there, buddy. Yeah, 2 top performers from last map dead already. But like I said, only an eco should be nice and clean, and so it is. Bomb dropped.
It is like a little weird, because interz and Axel are like still waiting outside a monster.
Yeah, guys, have B. All yours.
They're like going in a B, but
they don't have time to big flank.
That's what I was about to say. They need to die here, right?
To die, guys.
This is where things are getting weird. And I think they're anticipating like, oh, there might still be someone B to kill us. And now they're running around like, I just want to die! You know, like trying to find anyone who will give it to him. Olof, come on, bud. Show him mercy. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Oh, hang on, hang on. There it is. Bit of mercy killing from Olof. Love to see it. He's Swedish as well, so he could end up 2-0. And now the rifle's coming back through for Gambit.
That's one way to do it. Subtle or not. At least guns are out soon, right? I like the Gambit, don't buy there. No bomb plant, no need. Just get your rifle round in. You've got faith. FaZe are more than aware as well with 5 alive. Heavy rifles into that second. Makes their bonus a little bit better. Rain gets tagged a lot on that mid jump, and Twistzz, his legs get licked by the bullets from Gambit. They're going to walk Monster right now into the B site. Lovely contact play. Hobbit, can he double up? Oh, it's good damage, but it goes both ways. Take the 5-on-4 and get out alive.
They have fully rotated everyone down here towards B. Oh, Olof!
That's not cool.
You cheeky devil. And I mean, now you might start to look elsewhere, right? You can already see broky making his way back up towards that A site, and with short water getting taken away, FaZe, they're very, very quickly piecing together that this is no longer feeling like that B play. Now, the only downside is because you up and left A so early, broky's having to clear everything as he goes on this rotation. At this point, the penny really should drop for FaZe.
Oh.
But it's like, mate, broky is petrified on this rotation that, like, someone could hit a timing, they could be deep bank. None of that's the case. Oh, well, you ain't finding that. Smoke bobbing, mate. Having to, like, dip your head into the sewer water and pick it out with your teeth. Here's broky crossing into the site, 2 up through long. Him and Rain tucked in together. They've often been good at holding down this A-bomb site, but in a bonus round, armed with a FAMAS and an MP9, they've got their work cut out for them. Olaf dead, and Rain followed up onto, but with 10 seconds left, broky, he stopped the plant, drops the bomb. Broky's FAMAS is cracked, and only one man left to beat. There's no time for interz. broky does it solo. Back of truck, 3 kills in the blink of an eye, and the FAMAS has never felt so good.
Oh, it really hasn't. It's so good that Rain plays first for him there as well. It looked like broky wanted the initial contact, but they were never ready for a third man in the bomb site. And again, it's that info that FaZe are getting that's setting them up for these rounds, right? Like, all the shots are hit by broky, don't get me wrong. Unlucky for Olaf. But that wouldn't have happened if karrigan hadn't walked out Monster or Short Tunnel again and cleared all of the B-bomb site, allowing for these early rotates. This little bait and switch, and broky, beastly round. We have the AK save against the will of Gambit, but at least it's something to lead them into this round. My goodness, though.
Unreal.
Don't get that every day. No. It's a bit of a taste of your own medicine, perhaps. Axel did it to FaZe in the first map on Inferno. Up in that A site, denying the plant and the smoke. I mean, Gambit weren't even on the animation. They were still clearing. Flash forward. Oh, it doesn't work, though. It lands behind Axel, and the bullet goes right into the face of Olaf. Dink from Hobbit. This round is starting to get weird. This could be a Gambit eco win. Who knows?
Yeah, Rain might be screwed. If he survives, okay, if he goes 1 for 1, that's fine in Rain's book. Like, you're at 12 points of health, you are fully surrounded. A 1 for 1 would be remarkable in and of itself. So how much can he get away with here? He's getting pincered from all sides. Hobbit gonna come through and does find him. So you don't get that kill out of Rain that you would have loved. And now that gun given over. Hobbit with a key frag. On top of that, Rain never saw anyone else.
karrigan. Not again.
Rain never saw anyone else over in these toilets, so he doesn't know the full extent of just how many are here. Now, as you saw that, right, karrigan has just cleared out Monster. Twistzz, though, pushing on short. And that's given the opener to Gambit. broky, once again at truck, is going to have to be the hero. This time getting wrapped. No scopes are in, but it's only one. karrigan with 2 of his own. It can't be another 1-on-3 out of FaZe. karrigan's going to make it happen. The hat trick, the AWP carried forward, FaZe up to 4. And this A-bomb site, mate, there is just hero after hero emerging for FaZe. broky in the round prior. And karrigan now, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and that was so good for Gambit initially, right? Going 4-3 up, getting 2 guns in an eco round. They had armor, they had nades to do it. And still, Gambit don't know why they're walking into stacks every round on A. They're just thinking FaZe have great rotates. It's, again, clearing Monster. I've said it 3 rounds in a row. I'm going to keep saying it. It's all FaZe are doing, and they're getting away with it for free. All this information is putting them in the right place, and they're hitting every shot they have to. That's the hardest part, right? It's one thing to know where they are. It's another thing to stop every single player. And hell, FaZe keep doing it. Olaf doesn't know Hobbit's in get right now, tucked in short. Jump spot is misinformation, but at least Gambit are defaulting heavy towards B for a change. So if FaZe do try and go with what they've gotten away with, they may be punished. Hobbit has a very nice angle of Twistzz aggressors. Oh, he's going to peek it in, and Twistzz flicks up with the A1S, finding that kill instead. Dear, oh dear. Gambit can't catch a break.
Yeah, they're thinking that long might be the answer to their problems. Is it, or is it just more problems? Because karrigan here and lining up a double kill of his own.
A1S is busted, man. I'ma say it. It's broke. Just tears through these T's. Oh!
Oh man, that is brutal. You get hard sold on Reigning Khan, and as you're worried about that, that's when broky strikes. Only Shiro left. And at this point, make no mistake about it, he is saving. This is 5-0 for FaZe. This is a I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
I'm really starting to get behind FaZe again.
Don't get me wrong, we know a Gambit come back when we see it, but I've yet to see much to believe it, Harry. We were seeing Gambit looking flustered towards the end of Inferno, which is a shame after, you know, they they made that map feel winnable and then let go right at the end.
The thing I love about this FaZe squad, mate, is that, you know, there's a little something for everyone. Like, you know, everyone kind of has a reason to get behind this team. Like, whether you love some of the old legends, you know, like, you know, some of these guys who have been around in the scene for so long now, folks like Olof, right, legends of the Swedish scene. Then you have, you know, obviously the Danish representation of karrigan, this very tenured IGL. You look kind of down the list. You got like these, you know, this is something I think it was Yank on the desk or maybe Moses said that, you know, as you go through the FaZe roster, you'll list everyone and then you get to broky, normally like leaving him till last because everyone else is like these huge names. Then you go, well, he's actually one of the best guys on the team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, you've got like the young kind of flashy, promising players with all this talent. Twistzz as well as the NA representation.
Yeah. Have a bit of everything in there. And it's certainly showing up in spades. 5-0 right now. FaZe in full control, but will that remain to be the same? Shiro, his last round was dropping con immediately, scoping with the door off and waiting, and he waited the entire round in connector and saw nothing. FaZe never came to him. They were there, they were in con, they just weren't peeking. Patience is key.
Got this AWP, but that's really the extent of it on the Gambit side of things. Hobbit was good to open up over towards toilets in the last low buy for Gambit, right, with this Tech 9. So he's hoping he can do that again. It is nigh on, actually, the exact same situation between Hobbit and Rain if he heads his way.
That's a nice combo as well for that close position that we saw Hobbit playing in. Molly and nade. So if you're there, not only are you going to get burnt, but the nade will slow you down. You probably won't be able to escape the molly. If the nade does enough damage, you're a dead man. Smoke won't save you there. Heavy monster setup. FaZe is still, you know, anticipating a B play because so many of these rounds have come up on the top site, including this one. For the first time, FaZe aren't stacked to the nines as Gambit commit. They've gotten a lot of real estate. Little run boost to get around the corner, or just a normal boost, perhaps. No angle to be found. karrigan and Rain tucked in longside. Oh,
this is still weird, though, with the double long setup, right?
Ooh,
You're
nice.
hoping that now, once they dealt with karrigan, they're not ready for Rain. And no one's still looking this way, especially not with broky, you know, drawing your attention in, stealing your attention. And Rain is that much more deadly as a result in with a double. broky. Uh-oh, he's really out on an island there. That's an AWP given over. Suddenly, double AWP and a post plant. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit weird, but you can definitely make this work if you're Gambit. You've planted on Dice as well, so there's even a chance to back up and play around the bomb. That's going to have to be Axar, because Shiro is left fighting on Dice in the site. Ooh, missed shot, but Axar will hold the line. Olof's wiped out, and Twistzz is left in this clutch, looking for Axar at long first. He's seen the shadow. He knows he's here. Taps him out, and just Shiro. Shot misses. Twistzz, USP out, needs the headshot, and Shiro lands the no-scope to find Gambit there first.
Sick round. We've actually got some team comms real quick before you make your point, Harry. We've got karrigan on the 3K on the A site. Let's load it up.
Guys.
Dude, sick clutch from Shiro, though. Running it back.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, like, it's so scary being in that position because, like, you hear Twistzz firing off the USP, but, mate, if anyone was going to land the one tap needed to get rid of you, it's this guy. Like, his headshot percentage is actually, like, a noteworthy stat with him. He really is the king of it right now.
One way to get around on the ball for Gambit, right? The saved AWP drag through is what gets it done on an eco of all rounds. Finally, Gambit actually looking like they want to pummel into B. Yet to do so. FaZe triple set on top right now. nafany nafany just trying to lurk out mid, but if he finds one, he will find two. Oh, that's so awkward.
Oh.
Still gets away with it, though.
Wow.
Daylight robbery of Rain, and now he can just duck down B and join the gang.
That's kind of devastating if you're Rain, mate. That was the chance to open this up in a big way, but instead Axel is the one reaping all the glory in this round. Double up in that B-bomb site, and suddenly, you know, FaZe are left saving. Never even given a chance here.
I actually like the contact play there for Gambit as well. Like, they've done, you know, nothing towards B in any of these rounds in terms of execute, and that's just not telegraphed at all. Like, FaZe are not ready. They kill Hobbit. They're like, yeah, why is he walking monster? Suddenly, Axel runs out short with a teammate. It's nice little dry fights for Gambit to work out, and they knew that nafany had done enough on the top site to, you know, spread FaZe thin, keep them 2-2. A couple of guns kept, and this is where we hope to see Gambit warm into this map, because it has been a shaky start to the day.
No, this was a nice way to win the round as well, right? You mentioned how they haven't really done anything down towards B, so you like the contact play. I also think that's pretty big in like this brain battle between the likes of, you know, nafany and karrigan. It's almost like you're reminding them that, yeah, we haven't had all these successes, but now we've got these B hits up our sleeve. You're going to have to get worried about that. On top of that, you know, you only double set up B this round. You really weren't ready for what we brought your way. They finally kind of outcooled and outmaneuvered FaZe in this round. It wasn't like that was, you know, just one individual stepping up. It was all by design for Gambit. So now with the money broken, a third round you'd like to think should be inevitable unless these two M4s can get away with murder.
Oh, karrigan getting cheeky with it. No one can flash him in. He is here on his own, on an island. They run right by him, no awareness. Good trade, though. That keeps things even for now. And Gambit, considering they've got the weapon advantage, they are more than happy with that. At least one of the guns is gone. Again, contact out B. Axel just sneaks through Monster, and this is perfect. No one's even looking. Both players up on short side. Got to be cautious, because we might have Twistzz spot this, but he's not got the range to play this tunnel. And Shiro's clearing it with the orb, like a Cyclops. Gambit are definitely aware of the possibility, but two players tucked short. You've got to make sure you have a molly or a smoke to cut that off before you plant. Ooh, that will do.
You can't deny it, can't stop it, can't do anything about it. Oh, they've spotted Twistzz. I don't know how he gets that. And also, interz is like all the way over here in middle. Olof's going to spot that now. I wonder if that spurs FaZe to start to move in. They know they're 3-on-2 in the site. And hell, they've only got pistols. They try to pressure the orb. Ooh. And Twistzz will find him. But now, yeah, too low. Not enough time, not enough chances. Still, a nice bit of damage done at the very end for FaZe.
Pros and making this easy look like it's not a hot piece of garbage. It's an iconic duo. They somehow get it done. They somehow use that weapon. I can't. Nice shots out of Twistzz, but ultimately Gambit, like I said, building in. You know, it doesn't matter how they get there. It's just the fact that they do. Up to 3 on the T side, slow and steady, and started to show some face towards B as well after a lot of A hits where it felt like they were just walking into stacks after info gathering down lower. Well, now they're the ones just going for these silent assassinations of the B site. No orb for broky, sadly, but it is a gun round otherwise for FaZe.
Gambit are warming back into this, though. Setting up with 3 towards middle. Hobbit still being a nuisance over here in Con. And while all this is happening, the bomb on the back of Axel was actually outside of B, but now it's coming back. So I was going to say, like, maybe this was all some grandiose idea to slip it back around into the B play.
He was just throwing util towards B short, you know, getting the molly in, making sure FaZe don't get the immediate info. If they got to get it, if they're going to get it, they got to get it late. And so this still keeps 2 on top for now. it's fine for Gambit. It's not much of a fake, but it's worked out.
Yo, FaZe aren't set up to check long at all. And so this is the perfect moment for Gambit to have gone for this contact long play. FaZe might just get shot in the back of the head. They literally are not even considering this. Finally, broky warms up to the idea, and the timing on his turnaround is good. The damage to interz means he doesn't want to go any further forward.
Gimme.
He's going to take the AWP off of Shiro. And broky has literally just saved the round. Like, it's not 100% save. You can still lose it, but he's given you a chance. Like, up until that moment, mate, it looked like it was about to just be back of the head, rounds over, Gambit onto a fourth. Now, it slows down with 35 seconds. Gambit are looking at other avenues, at other options here. And FaZe is still in with a chance.
Maybe Rain gets spammed here unless they want to stay quiet. They have loved these slow walks, these contact plays, but steps getting made. And there's the spam. You're a dead man, Rain. Nothing to do but die. karrigan in the back of the bomb site. AWP is ready, and that's why you swap it out. interz just remains on the angle all around, and for good reason. A plant allowed. No one here to stop it this time, and FaZe have to save their guns on B. Nice round out of Gambit, right? Like, as much as broky saves around, Gambit don't get ahead of themselves, and like when they trade broky, they don't run in and try and take too much space. interz uses his low health well, and Gambit just recommit late. Definitely seeing a more standard Gambit coming through in this T side, albeit with a lot of very ballsy contact plays.
Man, and you kind of feel bad for Rain somewhat, because when you're in that little, you know, like cubby toilet position, and you hear them pulling the pins to go for the A execute, a part of you's always tempted to be like, I could just swing them and catch the grenades out. He's kind of like, he jiggles a tiny bit, decided not to commit, wanted to just play it safe, spammed, and the moment you spam that spot, not only do you hear it, the blood actually frequently like glitches through the wall as well.
It's and like your teammates call it, when you're spamming someone, you can't always hear it because all you can hear is your gun going off, but your teammates are definitely going to hear it.
And the blood came
the blood
through.
Always gives it away though, yeah.
Gross. But that was a really, really nice, you know, kind of tapering off from Gambit, not afraid to reset right after broky opened the round up, and they look all the better for it in the long run. Still have these saved guns to play with, and we know that guys like Twistzz have been able to make big moments happen. karrigan's even taken some long control in this round with the scout.
Oh. Will Shiro get to AWP this round, or will he get robbed again? Oh, karrigan, he's hit another tag. 2 guys low. Well, thank you very much yet again. interz yoinks the AWP. Shiro better stay away from these guys if he wants to keep his weapon of choice. Olof hears the flash, but Axel dinked still gets away with a kill. Look at the health of Gambit right now. The calls have been made. I've tagged 2. Olof saying he's dinked 1. FaZe know what's on the line. They're definitely going to give this round a go if they can. But they might not get the choice. Gambit are still set towards B, and once they've cleared con and water, this should be their round.
Yeah, eventually, FaZe are going to get this info from Rain that mid looks clear, and it is destined to be this B play. It's all coming down to, you know, what kind of timing he hits. Do you want to move down? Like, broky's starting to make his way over, but Twistzz is actually pushing up in middle, so he's going to be very far removed from this round.
How about they taking their time, man? This could still be weird for FaZe. If they don't run too early, they might backstab the AWP. Oh, no, it's been heard.
Surely, yeah, interz holding for this, and Rain dead as he goes around the corner, or so you might like to think. There it is. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. I think, you know, as soon as broky resigns himself to heaven and Twistzz doesn't also commit on the rotate there, just because you don't have the info as to what's actually happening in B, it was pretty doomed. And that's sad to see, man. Like, Olof did 91 damage in this round. The scout of karrigan doing 140 split between 2 players. Gambit are the ones smiling, laughing all the way to the bank. 5-5 now. Yeah. A flawless round at that. So, you know, really building up all this money on their T side. And suddenly, it's starting to take shape for Gambit after all. We might get that 3-mapper you wanted, Hugo.
I'm not getting ahead of myself, right? We saw Gambit leading pretty heavy in the first map, and that, well, didn't go too well for them. What was it? 7-round lead? Or rather, a 7-round streak from FaZe to bring it back before Gambit got one of their first T-side rounds. Good patience on that shot as well. I'm surprised broky doesn't go for it, right? Knowing that there are low players trying to get a kill on the way out, but he knows he has his AWP here anyway, so it doesn't matter. FaZe coming in with a very important gun round. This is going to snowball, and they are going to get steamrolled if they don't pick up a round here. 5 in a row for Gambit. Oh, broky doing what karrigan got away with as well. Oh, nafany full-whited him. broky didn't take a shot. He just stayed on the angle. Balls as steel, and nafany never cleared it. I don't know if he's hearing this. They're running around in long toilets. He's got to be, yeah, he's got to be aware of something. So nafany staying quiet, hoping that someone makes a mistake of over-aggressing middle. It's a triple setup on top for FaZe. And they want to try and take these long toilets back, but dry AWP peek. And Shiro, even though he gets on the angle, I think broky sees him and he leaves immediately. Again, Gambit walk through Monster, and this actually might work out. Yeah,
still only 2 over at B. Olof holds the line for the first. Now Twistzz here to help him. They play perfectly in tandem with one another.
Doesn't matter where you put him, does it?
It's a left peek, it's a right peek, and left, right, good night. Suddenly Gambit are relegated really into, I was going to say into a safe, but like their money's so fine. Like you may as well look for damage here, right? That's going to be the best outcome you could hope for at this point in time. Take 3 guns away and you'd still be fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, if the kills don't come to them, they're not going to go to FaZe, so it might end up being a save unless someone gets impatient. Rain could be that man. But no, a stalemate, a save that Gambit don't want to call, but unfortunately they don't have much else to do. And despite this little 5-round streak, in terms of kills alone, Shiro's had none of it. Shiro's not been involved, mainly because, again, he's been robbed of his AWP every round, and even now he's on 5 health. But it's a bit of a sad ending for Gambit. Luckily, plenty more room in the half to win it out. And FaZe know that as well. Taking a flawless round is massive to the money. The unlikely duo of Twistzz and Olof is getting better by the second.
Yeah, you know, they had their work cut out for them down towards B there, right? If even one of them kind of goes down and gives that room over and suddenly, like, let's say Olof died in that first peak and Twistzz is left, like, you know, trying to hold off in water, just stay alive for as long as he can. That can very quickly spiral. Hobbit is the classic where the smoke goes what feels like through the Molotov and then pops out the other side.
Bounces on the flames, skimming stones on the river.
Gambit set up early for what looks like, you know, one of these surprise little B pops. You've crossed early to the right side of Monster. Anyone that was peeking that or, you know, going for any kind of info, or if they take short and peek through the short tunnel, they're not going to see you. Sometimes you'll see teams, you know, elect to take some mid-control, try to establish the idea that they might be here, and then go for one of these silent B walks. Oh. However, they needed those kills, they needed those openers. Olof and karrigan do not fall for it, they don't give them over. The element of surprise was not enough to beat FaZe there. And broky will get spammed out eventually by nafany. That's something to go off of, that's something to try and give you a reason to believe in this round again. karrigan have him rotated up and already being low. A lot of the pressure here is on Rain.
You have so many nades, but still going for these contact walks. Shiro needs to hit the shot, and he does. Rain walks right in. Now the mollies can start to come. Now the grenades fly in, and as you said, karrigan low. He's got a lot to do, him and Olof. Not much help between them, and he's going to get cleared, walked up on. Somehow Gambit love to get behind enemy lines without any info. nafany just dodges that grenade. And Gambit, this is a locked-in round, it looks like. Unless kills are given over, Olof might have to give it up. Shiro's going down, a risky play, but luckily enough, FaZe have already called it off. I don't know what the plan was from the get-go from Gambit, because they had 2 taking middle, but they also had 3 walking up Monster with the bomb. Like, those other 2 players were so far away, and luckily enough, FaZe, who have realized that Gambit keep going for these B-walks, they're triple Monster setup, right? karrigan on pillar, we have the bait and switch on Monster with a player looking into the wall between Olof and Twistzz. So FaZe are super aware of that round, but despite it, Gambit still take top. Some very surprising rounds, some very claustrophobic rounds for FaZe.
Yeah.
They feel like they know what's going on, and then, wait, they're behind us? They're in the sight?
So, you know, in terms of this A-hold, Gambit are one of my favorite teams to watch when they play their CT side. I love guys like Hobbit. You'll frequently see him on like his rotations over the dumpster. They will just flash through that dumpster smoke and fight. And it's you know, kind of like we saw there from Olof. There were moments where I'm kind of like, oh, if only there were, you know, this kind of tendency to go for a Gambit-style flash pop through to try and just cause chaos. I think when you let those smokes cut the site off and give it over, it causes nothing but problems, you know, and it leaves so much open for the Gambit squad. So, you know, FaZe have to save there. Keep your eye out for that when we get the CT side for Gambit. I love these pops through the dumpster smoke. interz might be dead here. Ooh. As he checked for it, no, Rain even tried to play trigger discipline just for a moment longer, just to see if anything else became available.
Every second counts. Even just delaying the info for Gambit. Twistzz, oh, he gets spotted. Axel just feigning some B presence, but the bomb has come out connected from Shiro. And this is, yeah, it's a lovely way to try and find an opener. The worry is, he's staying scoped in so he doesn't make the noise, but he had bombs, so he definitely couldn't have gone and walked into B. Gambit will do it anyway, but they'll do it towards Monster. FaZe again, triple Monster side set up. They peel back to the bomb site now. Don't want to run the same round every single time. Is this them setting up to rotate, or are they just trying to peel back? I mean, look at this layered defense from FaZe. If you're walking out Monster now, you're walking into quite a setup. Flash over the top, it's beautiful. Olof can see nothing looking into the wall, but he hears them coming. nafany with the entry. Olof doesn't know where to look. Left, right. Good night, he's gone. nafany clears him off the site, and Gambit with the bomb plant again force FaZe's hand to save their weapons.
That is crazy. The Gambit, they run into it. They run into that layer of defense, and they barely even take a lick of damage, mate. All 3 kills in the blink of an eye. And so FaZe left saving. Gambit not wanting to go down without a fight.
Dude, the master of the monster walk right now is Gambit. Like, how many rounds on both sites have they just waltzed in? Well, like, okay, that time there was a flash, thank goodness, because, you know, you have players on angles, but usually Gambit are just sneaking into both bomb sites and getting away with absolute murder. Okay. There's wood there. You can get spammed, but broky lives with his orb. And Gambit take the lead back. We're trading rounds right now. It's up for debate. It's up for anyone in this first half.
Oh, I really want to see this from the bird's eye view. Like, look, everyone just wins their fights. And man, like, nafany quickly wrapping Olof, limiting how much damage he can do. Oh, it feels even worse seeing it from the bird's eye view. Well, is the reinvestment back in? Once again, that bomb is waiting around outside of B. Twistzz trying to catch that early opener in through Monster, and he does have support from Olof. Rain wins a con fight. Him and Hobbit having a very interesting head-to-head here, and even hangs around for more. Rain's onto a double. Okay. Doesn't quite make it the third. I mean, he shouldn't have ever got away with that, but broky should be good to trade this before Shiro can slip the net. And suddenly, it is just Axel and interz. Guess what they're doing again, boys? It's one of these little slow monster walks. Oh. Axel with one hell of a flick, but he can't regain control of the AK. And so it's interz at 9 points of health, dinked up by Twistzz to try and win this in the clutch.
Oh my goodness, they drop in and broky doesn't give him a second to get set up. Pistol out and closing the round. Yeah, I mean, nice try on the late monster walk, but you lose the mid-fight that heavy. Pretty desperate round for Gambit. Getting a lot more out of broky as well as nafany. He was someone who was really quiet on that T side back on Inferno, wasn't able to get really many entries, and right now he is the guy at least getting Gambit into bomb sites. Whether or not they close it, that's a different story. Even Stevens at the end of the half, one more round left to win it out. That didn't even look on. Just running and shooting. broky. We haven't had many of these. And he knows the timings. They can be stuck out on the left wall, so he gets out before they get close. be water taken by FaZe, something they haven't really had other than those first 5 rounds where they kept pushing it and clearing out B. At that point, Gambit started playing lower far more often, but now FaZe have taken short water. Another one of these close side short setups. No one playing for long. It's a risk, but gotta take some. Oh, careful. A stray bullet or two could do it. They both fire back. Similar health. Gambit, they've done enough conditioning, they believe, to go and walk out B.
Yeah. But the key part of that is, you know, they believe they've done enough conditioning. FaZe, are they sold on this? Karrigan is starting a rotation now. He hung around for a moment and has now decided, like, nah, I still haven't seen or heard anything at B. Is he going to play Heaven? Oh, it looks like it. He's taken that path of rotation, so he's still kind of here.
Karrigan
still able to offer something up. Now, firing down into the site, drawing attention away. This is going to give a lot more room to guys like Olof and Twistzz, who are trying to make plays happen. Hobbit over at the barrels. Look at this. It's a full rotation. It is just a war being waged down in this B site, and Shiro's cutting through them in for a double. broky left to beat. It's the clash of the Orpas. What is that? broky's gonna lock it in, and Shiro with an interesting ending to that round. That was utter madness. So while we collect ourselves and the rest of the guys do the same, we'll be back in just a moment after the break.
Hey Future Pros! The map today is Overpass, a map all about taking territory. So here is a little nade set to help garner some control around the bathroom area. For this mini exec you'll need 1 smoke and 1 molly. To throw this smoke, stand in front of this flower. Aim to the sky and just to the right of this part of the tower. Then just toss the smoke. The leaves move a lot, so try to learn this without using them to line this one up. To throw your molly, stand in the same spot and aim in line with the middle of this flower. Then aim just below the wooden section of the sandpit. Run forward for a good few steps, then jumping throw the molly while still running. And that's it! This utility set will gain you some space to edge your way to the A side, or just to keep the CTs guessing.
Nice. Nice round, man. Nice round.
I was so confused.
Yeah,
Team
calm down.
flash, unfortunately.
I got team flash 2 times.
Yeah.
Shit happens. It happens, boys.
It can happen on first.
All right, who's throwing team flashes then? Own up to it, own up to it.
Check the kill feed.
It's another close old scoreline, isn't it? 8-7, it's just like Inferno. We're neck and neck heading into this second half of play on Gambit's map pick. They're currently 0-1 down in the series. They need this to get us to Ancient, the third and final map in the decider. Loser of this, they're eliminated from IEM Winter.
That last round was so wild, dude. I think everyone needed the 2-minute break after that. Shiro with the P2K. A rare ancient relic, and it won't last long. Back to the graveyard, dinked by the P250. Pretty rare sight there, the 95-shot P250. So Shiro going to drop down Beacon for a second there. I got worried about the fall, but he's calculated. Shiro hangs around in heaven while FaZe get ready to explode. A couple of P250s can go a long way on these entries. Can Rain give us the goods? Axel's calling for help. Rotates are coming up, flashes are in, the smoke is down in the front site. You talk about Gambit going through. Well, they're going to be waiting this time. They're waiting for FaZe to make the mistake, to come too close. Plant is in, or it's cancelled out. Hobbit, nafany, a killer piece. broky overwhelmed as he gets shot through that smoke, and karrigan is too far away to save the day. He's got time for the clutch, though.
Yeah, 1-on-3, but he is getting wrapped up through connector, so he's on a bit of a timing. Not that he knows it yet. Shiro. Oh, here's that wrap. Yeah, there's interz to finish it off. And already, right, when we were kind of midway through that first half of play, we were talking about how, you know, trying to draw some contrast between the CT side of this A-hole between these squads. FaZe, I think they were pretty measured for the most part. They were pretty composed. If anything, they were kind of respectful more often than not when they weren't going for these deep toilet fights that we saw out of them. On the side of Gambit, man, they'll play in the site, but that doesn't mean they're going to give you room or respect. Like, these guys see a smoke as a challenge. They love just swinging into these engagements. The A-bomb site versus Gambit on their CT side, it is a really rough place to find yourself. As FaZe learned there the hard way, they had the opener. Things were looking good initially, but it's guys like Hobbit just harassing you from truck, rushing through smokes, flashing through them, peeking on the left side. This guy's doing it all, and it's kind of dirty. I hate how easy he makes it look.
Yeah. Well, the only thing FaZe have in this round is the toilet smoke thrown in. So it gives them mid, but what can they do with it? Walk through it, maybe go full Fnatic, but Shiro's here with the meat grinder. Looking to turn FaZe into casserole. Oh, Axel up close, needs to back out those Glocks. About to get spotted. They look away, bad timing. Shiro, good flash from his teammate, but can't capitalize. It's Axel trying to move in to keep the pressure off, and a double from him. Hobbit gets involved, and Shiro closes the round. Nice, easy anti-eco for Gambit, and now the game starts.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious because we haven't really had to see too much out of the AWPing powers just yet, right? Especially when you think about how this map can be dominated by strong AWPers. They're even going to be absent from this this first buy round. Obviously, for Gambit, they're running the bonus. Shiro's going to have the cash to bring his out in the next, and I imagine that will make an appearance. broky's is going to be delayed for a little while. Early on, FaZe setting up to take short away. karrigan's always been very vocal about how important he feels this area of the map is. And it's real estate that gets denied to FaZe Clan. Shiro's on for a double. That's the MP9 putting in work. He could afford the AWP before, but now he's rolling in money.
I thought broky was going to go through the door and try and help out towards short, or at least trade before Gambit left the position. He will have to eventually, but again, one flash on A is not going to do much. Axel is literally not playing the bomb site. He says, you want A, you can have it. I'm setting up to rotate. Play those numbers. Gambit love a retake on this map. nafany, though, the timing. Oh, he almost found karrigan. Twistzz saves his damn life. And on the right side, it might not be expected at this point in the round. Not with that walk. karrigan yumps around the corner. There's only one more man left at B. Oh dear, this is massive. 3 players in 1v1s at Monster. There is no way they're ready for Shiro here. Or karrigan, Twistzz. Oh, he doesn't check it. Looking down at the ground, Shiro's got the round in the palm of his hand, but he thought it was a smoke plant. Instead, behind the pillar, ears don't save his day. It's Axel in the clutch. No kit, and he falls by accident. Now, there's a kit dropped available, but he needs to find these kills first. karrigan gone, and Axel, he's got the read. Can he hit the shot?
I mean, broky is often the guy you want in these clutches, and that's why. Perfect timing on the swing. And a tie game.
If you're FaZe there, you're going, man, that's a stupid round for Gambit. Like, just in terms of how they played those 1v1s at B, like one player going through Monster, another left to the right side, and then a third guy just staring at the barrels. Oh my goodness. Poor Shiro that he didn't realize that it was that pillar plant for short. Perfect plant. If it was anywhere else, Shiro's going to win the round right there.
Well, as promised, we have that Shiro AWP making an appearance. Hobbit, wow, wanting to take short away. And this is something that Gambit have been very, very keen to do at the start of these rounds. I think you know you're going to get a fight out of FaZe here. On top of that, you get so much information on the back of having this position. It's an early warning system for B. On top of that, if they do try to hit B, as we're going to see right now, it only leaves them with this one horrible choke point through Monster. So at some point, you've got to go back and take short away. FaZe are doing that now, but it's wasting precious time, precious resources. They're left with just 2 smokes in this round and very little map control. You don't have a lot to show for it right now. You're grouped up outside of B, but not really to like your benefit. You haven't sold Gambit on this idea that you could be defaulting towards A. Axel's waiting in con, so he knows that this side of the map is empty and clear. There's a 3-man stack in B, plus that fast rotation out of Axel, and a Shiro that can get set up in heaven with the AWP. This is going to be rough for FaZe.
Yeah, one flash, it's gone out. That's everything they've got, and they've got to give it their all, but it's already falling apart at the seams. Split open by Gambit with only 1 casualty. It's a perfect B hold this time around. FaZe try their best at the Gambit, the monster walk with contact, and, well, it doesn't go too well. Can't use their strats against them, but a bit of a desperate round there for FaZe. Not even sure of the AWP right now that Shiro's waiting for on the A site. Another little eco for FaZe Clan Gambit. This is their chance to build. We talked about their CT side comebacks. Not much of a comeback in the sense of, you know, they still got a 7-round half. Perfectly fine. But this is where Gambit are truly going to get unleashed. Yeah. See, Hobbit hears the tag.
Yeah, right? That's funny. Oh, well, you know, you're just talking through the next purchase, right? Now, you could look to bring your AWP out next round. I'm pretty sure Twistzz is more than well enough off to drop one over, and it's only helped out further with every kill he gets on this Deagle. That's how we could see broky moving on to his first AWP in this T side.
Hobbit's clean right now.
Shiro, since bringing his AWP out, we haven't even really had to see it do anything yet, and his pistol's starting to get closer to it. Not the gun you want to give over, so you need him to hit this shot.
I think they cycled the gun out of there as well, so it's not like broky can even grab it. He jumps. Oh, he does find the weapon. The Twistzz is gone, and he will fall shortly after. It's all fine and dandy for Gambit. I like that. You know, if you've got a Glock and your teammate has anything else, you should always be jumping corners for them. Try and offset your opponent's aim. Set them up for a kill. It won't mean much, but it was only an eco there for FaZe Clan. This is it. The meat and the potatoes right now. Full Sunday roast. And FaZe, they need to get cooking on this T side.
Nades exchanged over here in middle. Brain's gone fast through the connector as well. So maybe FaZe looking to try and squeeze this mid control just a little bit. Now that you've got Con, you've got, you know, Fountain as well, you can look to split it, but Shiro seems so aware of this potential. Knows they gave up Con early. I think with how fast Rain was, they might have even heard him as well, but that toilet smoke does get Shiro off the angle and gives Rain a little bit of a safer passage up here towards toilets. nafany's going to try and hit this timing on the long push, and if he hits it and is able to wrap them through Party Mate, that's the round in the palm of his hands. Oh, Shiro, only he knew. Off the angle now, shot misses. nafany does hit his timing, but Shiro is dead, back in the toilets. They need to be ready for nafany, and Twistzz trades that out. It's a 3-on-3, and at this point, you can slow it right down. This is one of the best spots you've been in a long while if you're FaZe, and you've still got 40 seconds left to play with. Olof winning a B fight, and now getting the info that another player is here. FaZe are not perturbed by that. They're going to try and rush down the lone defender at B in Hobbit.
Yeah, Hobbit knows, and well, Rain's going to clear it, but not well enough. Good trade from Twistzz, another headshot, and the 1v1 ensues. Bomb planted. Axel walking CT, trying to keep the element of surprise, but Twistzz will meet him where he stands, pushed up to spawn, and Axel wins the fight. Massive round out of Gambit. As you said, the best bet FaZe had in quite some time, and they can't convert the one-on-one. You would have bet your money on Twistzz there. 2 kills deep. But Axel's one step ahead. And Gambit, this could be it after all. They're starting to build momentum in this CT side. 3 ahead. At least FaZe's plant is going to continue to allow investments, but we're running out of room. Super awkward for Shiro as well, right? Like, I thought he could see that player on the edge of the smoke as it faded, but even a collat on the plate, if he just went a bit wider, maybe he would have just got headshot, right? But they were lining up. And instead, he just gets run down, hits his leg on the corner. broky can't buy an AWP, so Krieg will have to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a very real world where we might really not get to see this broky AWP on the team side. Rain trying to fight Axel once again. Ooh.
Oh, that's a confident peak. And I got to say, you know, sure is 14 and 9. The numbers always look good for him and the KD, but like the supporting cast of Gambit have really been together in this map, right? Whether it be Axel walking out monster on T sides or Hobbit lurking around short water in this second half. He's back down on B. Flashes are ready. They know FaZe are coming, and here it goes.
Yeah, interz dead right away. Twistzz, another clean headshot to open. broky gonna join him in that. But there's still nafany tucked in. Back of the site, Shiro moving into heaven. Trying to provide some sort of cover, some sort of overwatch here as they cross out into the open. It's all grinded to a bit of an awkward halt. broky now attempting to get this bomb down, but he's spammed out by nafany. Even though Twistzz trades, this is still up in the air. You know that both players are in heaven, but you don't have the smoke to cut it off. So Twistzz, we need taps.
Oh, no.
Axel's the one to dish them out. Oh, it's a 1v1. Shiro looking to make it happen. olofmeister to B, and he spots him.
How did he get it?
He's planting Olof, built different. I mean, his graffiti's adorning the wall behind him. Can he win this round? Shiro, often so good in these clutches, and there he is with the swing. 13 for Gambit, and this margin widening by the round.
All these one-on-ones, man, right? Axel down on B last round, Shiro getting it as well. I just say, you know, it's not the one-man show, and certainly not, right? Everyone puts it up, but Shiro shuts it down as he had to. Olof just grabs the bomb at, like, around the corner. A nice shot out of Shiro to close it. Man, Gambit are getting there. You can hear nafany is still getting hyped. He has been making some noise all damn day. And there's still more maps to go if Gambit can keep up this streak. FaZe can't seem to catch a break on the T side. Can't seem to convert a clutch. And even now, the money only just there. Eagles into B. Missed flick out through the smoke. No flash needed. It works for a trade. And maybe then some. olofmeister. That wasn't him. That was Twistzz to steal the 3rd kill away on the pillar. But it certainly looked good, didn't it? nafany stopping the B attack. And Olof closed out as well. 14 to 9. Gambit. They get caught off guard for a moment, but they maintain balance very quickly. This is it for FaZe. Do or die. Ancient. Loaded in the barrel, and Gambit ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, man. I mean, this Gambit CT side, it's always a treat to get to watch, right? But I think this is really speaking volumes as to why they, you know, or why we kind of were happy when we saw that T side beginning for them, mate. It's like, you know, when you get into that second half of play, it was always going to be harder for FaZe. They wanted the other way around. They wanted to get off to a good start. They wanted to have some form of momentum going their way coming into the second half. Any momentum they did have, don't worry, it's well and truly Gambit's now. 14-9. And a little pause to try and figure out, well, how on earth do we put a stop to this?
Yeah, FaZe 8-7-half, win their first gun round, and silence ever since. And you get worried in the longevity of this series, you certainly do. FaZe started it really hot on Inferno, but Ancient, you're definitely gonna, off the back of the momentum you mentioned, you're definitely gonna be leaning back in the hand of Gambit. They've already proven themselves on this map. Fast for FaZe, a change of pace up mid. Twistzz does trade. There's still a long player to worry about with that AWP, and Olof is lurking outside B. He's found some lurk kills here before at Monster especially, but Hobbit is ready for him this time. Olof actually walked into the cardboard there, the wood, and got stuck. So Hobbit's kill to take, and a re-smoke that's going to get walked by Rain. I mean, at this point, it's desperate times, even more desperate measures, and Rain with a tap even gets damage off to Hobbit. Good flashbang, but he fires through, and Hobbit will just walk right into the spray of bullets. No fear in the world. Shiro has not got that A sight, but he's getting here just in time.
Yeah, dude, Shiro is like just blessed. Sometimes I have this weird urge that he's just going to hit the timing anyway, right? Like we saw around like this out of broky where he get to clear all of A on the rotation back up. Shiro's a little safer playing this shallow old angle. But with the dice plant coming in, FaZe is going to back up. They're going to play around this bomb, or at least Twistzz is. broky's fighting forward, fighting for bank, and that might throw him into the arms of Shiro. Twistzz needs a 1-on-3, and he has been, you know, the light in the dark for FaZe, the one who's been able to make us believe at times. He needs the taps, he needs the headshots. Let's see if he's got it. Out with the swing, he's now been spotted, and Shiro locks in the round, locks in 15 for Gambit. That AWP coming alive in the nighttime. And now just one round, 5 kills away from an Ancient third map decider.
Dude, Shiro must be, he must be the most patient player in this game right now. This guy will stay on an angle until you fall asleep because you can't be bothered to wait. Like broky, he just wants to get involved, doesn't he? Shiro just sits in bank, giving up the A site for about a minute. And FaZe eventually, you wait long enough and they'll come to you. These fraggers want to get going, and they can't. Gambit is shutting them down at every single turn. The first A retake we've seen this half. And it's not getting any easier. Twistzz. Naded out of middle. broky does have the AWP barrier. We've been waiting all game to see what he can show, and he's just not really had it available.
Now, this is his first T-side AWP. That's the crazy part. And it's up against 15. This might be the first and last for broky on this map.
Yeah, it might be too late, but it can't afford to be too little. Someone needs to save FaZe. No better man for the job.
This position now, Maxal. It's grimy and karrigan. Well, here he is. Pops off with a bit of a sell it bang there, gets rid of the grime down in con, and there's Hobbit removed from the short side as well. Gambit trying to get ahead of this, it preemptively rotated bodies in towards A, and when you know it, this is where that bomb currently resides. Gambit are taking a gamble, and they're moving all three up. FaZe are about to walk in to the Lion's Den.
And Olof isn't lurking B either, he's leaving to join his team, that's fine, but FaZe is still walking in unknown into the murky waters of A. This is still a round that Gambit can close a map on. Either that or FaZe find their second of the half. Flashes beautiful. karrigan still dead. nafany Birdie, he didn't move. He didn't realize he was cooking in the flames. broky gets a double. Almost the lineup for Shiro, and they're hunting him down. They have just enough time to do so. Shiro, I don't know how he's alive. Knife out! And nose go to the bomb. Don't lose this. Not like that. And FaZe will retain balance, but that was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I like the knife. Honestly, I like the knife, but man, don't give him any more chances. He will hit them. Oh, dear.
there was even a part of me that was worried there, I think is perhaps more telling than anything else, right?
I don't know what this was. Maybe nafany thought he was going to get swung like a second. If he lasts a second longer in the molly, he probably takes down another player with him. But yeah,
he's just not surviving either way, right? So he's like, well, I may as well fight.
By the second, you know, can change everything, but it's a bit of a shame. He was also flash. He might not have known he was cooking. Okay, anti-eco FaZe. They haven't felt this free all map, it feels.
Well, and also this is like a real sign of the times as well. Yeah. It shows just how many of these rounds came down to these like close clutches, because you've lost one round now in like the last 7, and boom, onto an eco. So yeah, man, it's tough out here for these CTs.
Yeah, still, despite being on nothing, Gambit wanted to close. They found 2 dinks. None of them converted. Ticking the molly might have been heard. And Olof, he's on the backline again, but they won't commit up the ladder, luckily enough. FaZe is just going to waltz into A. No surprise to say this is their round. They just don't know it yet.
Oh, I think they know. One thing that's always a little bit concerning, right, is like especially considering, you know, like we just talk about how all these rounds have been close. And it's funny how Gambit's money's broken right away after losing one, but there is a very real chance of getting like this 2-for-1 momentum going, and at an 11-15 scoreline, you know, that kind of actually puts you 2 rifle rounds away from locking in an overtime.
What are you implying, Harry?
Well, I'm just saying, right? Like, it's a 4-round gap, but you don't actually have 4 massive chances if you're Gambit. You have 2. And so, you know, very, very quickly, this could elude you. I'm still not too worried about it. I think we're getting a really, really good game out of FaZe. I think it's kind of hard to quantify because it feels like they're above the level they've been at for the longest time now. But on the side of Gambit, you know, with Shiro having the game he is, with guys like Axal and Hobbit also there as the supporting cast around him, you would like to think the pieces are still here for Gambit to get it back under wraps.
Oh, quick short take.
Yeah, moving in with Rain. They time that little con and short peek together. I think they've been burned by this short aggression before, and they weren't looking to have that happen. Bit of an awkward team flash. Rain wants to deal with a double monster hold, and he has. nafany, a double of his own, calling the B site home. He's wrapped by Twistzz. And now that plant comes in.
Shiro wallbang, maybe, you never know, but the smoke in heaven eludes him, and Axal pokes his head out on the edge. Shiro, big clutch needed, and he is the man for the job, but broky's orb finally comes in the other way around. A 1v1, won by FaZe. It's a time of change right now in the second half. All it took was that 1 round, and FaZe looked reinvigorated. A confident call to just pop into B in the first 30 seconds of the round. And even though nafany tries his damn best, he's been a beast at anchoring this lower bomb site all map, as much as he was entering on the T side as well. And Gambit realized this game, it's not gone, but it's slipping. They don't want to let go, but it might not be down to them.
Fresh is building, isn't it? FaZe fighting tooth and nail to grind this one back out. Gambit doing everything they can to send us to Ancient. If you are just tuning in, FaZe, you are reading that right. 1-0 up in this series, looking damn good. Gambit, they were out for revenge. They were out for the 3rd mapper on the back of their map pick of Overpass, and it was looking good for that, but FaZe are always down to make it entertaining, make it interesting. Another eco for Gambit. Nothing too exciting should happen here, but this is quite nice. You've had attack pause on the build-up to this one. You've discussed what you're going to do in that rifle round, and now you have a little bit more time to iron out any kinks to really get that down pat.
Yeah, the realization setting in for Gambit. They are going to get those rotates back up, leaving Con running up, and they might get here just in time to be stacked all 5 on the A site. FaZe, even so, shouldn't be losing this one against flat pistols and nothing more. The entries are looking good, and kills galore for Twistzz. Double up, make it 3, and he is so quick. One more man in the bank. Twistzz looking to deposit around here for FaZe. A flawless one at that. Not the money is really the talk of the time in how this comeback is going now for FaZe, but Gambit, you talk of those 4 rounds, but those 2 opportunities, well, here is one of them. Here is potentially the last one, the best one you're going to get. At least, you know, 15-14, you'll have loss bonus, but this is your better buy.
Oh, 100%, mate. What you're going to have at 15-14 is not going to compare to this, right? You're donning the AWP, you got full utility. You are lacking the kits, which is an interesting thing to note. If this comes down to a retake, you're gonna feel 5 seconds shorter of time. So
We have
always something to bear in mind. At AWP this time, down on B as well. I think it's important to note. Shiro taking it B-ward, while the rest of FaZe, while they're out in middle. You can see Hobbit is going to start to take this short control away. We just saw that there. And this is a little bit of an early warning sign for the B play, and it's going to free up players to rotate up towards A. And considering Axar's met resistance, oh, karrigan, you ballsy bugger, look at that. Axar never considered it. karrigan don't respect you. He doesn't respect the smokes. He's running to the site. The flash over the top is good for nafany. There's the first, but karrigan responds. And I was saying, Gambit, they frequently go through these smokes when the site's been taken. Shiro, he never subscribes to that mentality, so he's got to hold on and wait for the rest of the gang to rotate up. This is awkward now. For Gambit, if they go for this and fall short, they lose everything into round number 30. Yeah. If they save, they at least have this, but it would be putting it all on one round. It's pick your poison, and they're looking like they want to tee themselves up for an attempt at the retake. Olof dead. karrigan doing whatever he can to keep FaZe in this. 3 to his name, but finally brought down. It's Clutch King broky trying to hold on. We said there was no kit in play. If he can get them off the bomb, he does it. It's the 10-second stick. Shiro's still on the bomb. broky! Nice. broky, no! There's no time anyway! What? That is mental! What kind of an ending to a round is that?
I thought he had it. It looked good. It looked fine. I know the time was low, but even so, he got on it so quick. As quick as he could have. Oh my goodness. broky just shooting the same spot. But it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. We play on. We go again. One more round.
Imagine how broky's feeling right now. His heart must be, you know, 300 beats per minute. Because he thinks he's lost that. In that moment, he's going like, oh my God, I've lost us the round. Now he's got to try and calm himself down, shake off those nerves.
No pause.
Round 30.
What is happening?
And we promised you a broken bye for Gambit. Look at the famises.
Oh, that was everything, Harry. That was everything.
I'm lost for words.
Yeah, the first kill incentivizes you. You can't get that first entry back into the site and not commit and not go for the retake. Gambit lost it all. And now, overtime looms. We've been setting up Ancient all second half. Forget it. It might never happen. FaZe looking for bonus play. And I just don't know how they are still in this map. It's literally the inverse. It's a different FaZe. It's not the FaZe who lose leads. It's the FaZe who pull them back. Another A attack. 2 players here. The walk, rotate. It might be too late. No kit yet again. And we already saw how that let them down last time. Couple of kills on the defense. nafany, here they line up. But karrigan with the headshot immediately. 3 on 3. Shiro runs a smoke. Has to give it a go. And more trades here put FaZe in rocky water. 2 on 2. There's the fake. Hobbit spams broky out of the round. Oh my goodness, you cannot plant for CT spawn. And Rain needs a clutch to close this to overtime. 2 headshots, the flick back, and I don't know what's happening. Overtime continues, but we need a breather.
Hey Future Pros, over on Overpass today, to show y'all a smoke I saw Furia throw to help get out of the monster position on B. To throw the smoke, get your back against the ladder. Aim where the line meets the base of the arrow. Then walk forward and jump through the smoke once you get to the middle line of the A. Then optionally, you can throw some deep flashes over monster as shown. This smoke makes
What?
Good job, good job.
Oh. Bro.
How the fuck are you not hitting it?
Let's go, boy!
Let's go, let's go.
Even FaZe are confused.
Yo, yeah. But like, oh.
It's reassuring.
Those last few rounds were complete and utter chaos, and it makes for some truly entertaining Counter-Strike. For anyone who is just tuning in, you have missed one hell of a series. We are in overtime now on Gambit's map pick, 15-15, and it's Gambit staring elimination dead in the face. FaZe are giving this everything they've got.
I cannot believe it. But now money is no longer the bane of Gambit's existence with 16k MR3. That's first to 19. And the double AWP is immediately brought. Getting ready for the B-pop. Some of these early executes into the lower site. Falls a bit shorter. Burns out Hobbit, close pillar. Very powerful position that I'm sure he'll get right back into, situated immediately as FaZe. 4 players here, man. Twistzz is holding onto a con rotate, but there's nothing moving right now for Gambit. They are assured in their setup. Axel AWPing long, Shiro AWPing A. That will lead them to retake with AWPs, and even though you definitely go for it because of the money situation, like if FaZe get these entries and get the bomb planted, it's as good as a round in most cases. So let's see if they can fare.
Flash through, it's a little shallow to blind Hobbit. Interz dead, and Hobbit followed up onto as well. Rain has picked his moment to come alive. nafany, the only man left inside of the site, silenced M4 and a smoke to play with. It's a recipe for disaster, but what can he do? Oh, he's spamming. He thinks he stopped the plant, but he hasn't. Olof, the bodyguard of broky, has kept him alive. And FaZe sit up in a 4-on-3.
Yeah, that one way is really nice. You drop it just below the sandbags. Look at the effect it had. No one from FaZe even knew. And now these AWPs need to get involved. karrigan still in the bomb site. They're going to boost on sandbags as well. Talk about one ways. They're going up and over. karrigan doubles down. Doesn't need his team. And even though Axel trades, it is a far, far way away from a round here for Gambit. FaZe clan are popping to B to get them on the board to start. Unbelievable game we're having. And Axel, you never want to save with this much money, but you frankly don't have a choice.
This is crazy. This is crazy, Hugo. Coming into today, you know, we were saying, like, for FaZe, this lower bracket run that they're embarking on, this is literally the playoffs from some events that have gone by in the year, man. Like, oh, we just had to knock out. Oh, who? Yeah, Heroic
in the
Gambit. You know, it's crazy. It is honestly crazy. And the fact that they've been this resilient to take us to an overtime, you know, when I think of FaZe, you know, resilience is the #1 thing that leaps out at me, but that's what they've been in this series.
Yeah, dude, and again, I'm going to go back to, like, I think if this goes to Ancient, you know, who knows after this game, because everyone's a bit roasted in the old brain, but Gambit would come into Ancient as favorites, safe to say, so FaZe is just trying to avoid that. They're trying to stop it from ever happening. Big opening kill for Olof. Axel, oh no, they swing wide before the smoke appears on the Molotov. Luckily for him, it actually bugs, and so the molly doesn't go out. FaZe can't run forward with that pick. They have to respect it, but this little lapse, this little 5-on-3 of patience is when Gambit are going to start to move around. But whose fate does this favor? Does nafany have that backstab, or do they turn back to him?
Oh, that's only the tag. Still, though, right? Like, you don't get the kill. While this has happened, Olof has snuck into B. This is now pulling rotations all around the map. Everything's in disarray. nafany could still get away with a lot, but that smoke cuts him off. karrigan keeps the site under lock.
And he's giving it away. He mollied, right, to try and stop a bomb plant, but the bomb's so late. That molly does nothing but give away his position. And this flank, it's being held by karrigan, but he starts running away. nafany knows he's got a backstab, he's got a reroute, and even though the plant will be allowed here, he might be able to start mopping up on the retake. No.
Oh, karrigan with the turn. Shiro and interz, a 2-on-5. And even though they've dealt with 1, it's olofmeister who should have this locked in. This position, it's grimy, it's gross, it's disgusting. Yep. Olof waiting. with all the patience in the world.
Dude.
Shiro, you think you're a patient player. Oh, but you're the one on the clock. You can't afford to be, so they have to run him down, and interz will. Olaf still has wasted so much time. Look at it. All that time has ticked off the bomb. You need these kills, and you need them now, and karrigan is not in a giving mood today. On with the... Oh, 2 for Shiro. But it's still a FaZe round, 17 to 15. Are we about to see another 2-0 for FaZe Clan? Mate, FaZe fans must be freaking out right now. They're not used to this.
Can't blame them. And yeah, I think the realization, I don't know if they heard Olaf get there. They were so ready for it. But I think the realization also kicks in when no one's peeking you in the bomb site. You've been given all the room to clear it. You may as well. And we talk about Shiro being such a patient player as, you know, he just stays on that angle forever. It doesn't make a damn difference. FaZe, they're forcing these orbs. They know the orbs are coming out in overtime, right? Gambit haven't really always had them, especially not the double. And so FaZe is just forcing the orbs into retakes. It's not comfortable for Gambit. It's not where they want to be. You're dodging the star player and the 2 top performers playing that A site all game. And it's surprising because it was A that FaZe, you know, even pulled that comeback on. Double nades to Hobbit's position, but it's not going to do much. He's not there. Back at the barrels, interz at the monster. And again, FaZe grouped up, 5 alive outside of B. All the A controls, Twistzz checking like T-spawn and A stairs. There's nothing there. Gambit haven't gone for any big flanks in this map. FaZe just really nerding it right now. Minute on the clock. Gambit still with 3 here. The final bits of utility going out. FaZe, they're ready for the pump and they're ready for the dump.
Yeah, here they come. interz playing this little short side position. It leaves you lower than you're meant to be, but for karrigan, mate, not a problem. He still dispatches him. It doesn't even break a sweat. These entries that karrigan's been able to provide are instrumental. Now, nafany has come in with a response. Not just dealing with karrigan, but even going as far as to flush out olofmeister and putting this back at a 3-on-3.
Yeah, nafany's a 2K king on this B site, but again, time is the biggest problem for Gambit. FaZe are playing so passive, the kills are not going to come to you.
Yeah, you can't afford to wait around here. You've got to be the one to make a move now, Gambit. You're the ones feeling the pressure. And so here they come. It's led by nafany. He's at the front. And Axar's dealt with another broky, 1-on-2 in the clutch. Another attempt, and he stopped the defuse, but with the kit on Axar, there should be time. Gambit, they at least managed 1 in this first half of OT.
Oh, I'm surprised Rain goes through that smoke there, right? He's the guy ready to win the round. He's got the bomb for him. He's smoked off. He's just trying to get involved and trade his teammates, but that's what digs the hole for FaZe in the post-pron. It's fine. They have the breathing room. They have the 2-1, but FaZe would have loved a clean T side. Still, it was CT that they won in the first place. 8-7 in that initial half. A double T-side up for Gambit. I imagine there's an AK bought up and they're going to be defaulting with that before they swap out, but who knows? Something in the brain of nafany telling him to get involved. Little walk towards water. nafany shows the AWP on A, but FaZe don't take any space. Just double set in the toilets. Oh, the door of con blown off. That just causes so much anxiety for Gambit when they don't have this position. They know they can get caught by all these weird, wacky angles. FaZe are boosting for con, but, well, that smoke gives it away. Now they know that Gambit don't have that info. But we've already seen FaZe push enough smokes today. Gambit are going to watch it.
No, this really is feeling like a chess game, man. Like, everyone's moving into position, right? They're all trying to outmaneuver one another. The utility's coming in. Perfect timings to stop this B push, right? Like the monster smoke getting lined up again by Rain. You're just going to keep replenishing that as long as you can. And with this one now falling into place, either you wait till there's like 20 seconds left on the clock if you're Gambit and you go with that little time.
Don't you? Oh, there's 30 seconds. This is crazy.
This is mental. This is mental.
It's going to work.
Shiro. Flashes are out, nades in hand, he flashes them through, Twistzz, oh, they're right there, Shiro's dead as well, and it's worked, they push through the monster tunnel, through the smoke, and it's a flawless round for FaZe.
That is the last thing you expect a team to do when they know that you're coming B with 30 seconds left. That's absolutely mental for FaZe. And I thought maybe the only way that goes wrong is if Shiro's flash hits Olof in the tunnel or something, and then you have the info, you spam the smoke. But look, he goes right through, and he's like, ah, they're both here. Even Shiro overwhelmed at that point. The timing of the smoke fade right as he's dropping into Monster, and FaZe, they are poised, they are ready. There is nothing telling me that Gambit are going to win this game right now. And I can't believe I'm saying that. It was Gambit in control. All CT side long. Till the bitter end. But for FaZe, it's sweet, it's juicy. And it's one more round.
Oh, and they've started it with a bang. Hobbit often a pillar of consistency. Well, after knocking him out,
nice.
You're celebrating. Shiro, now losing one of his partners in crime, knows he's going to have to step up. And if anyone could make the difference, you'd like to believe it's Shiro's AWP. Bomb's going to get retrieved by interz. FaZe, they're paranoid about an A play, right? We've seen a lot of B since we got into overtime. After losing broky early on in middle, Reigns moved up towards this side of the map. This leaves just Olof and Twistzz down on B, but they've missed the timings. They've missed them. Olof's gone back. Only one, but a lot more damage where that came from. Twistzz now all alone. They're moving in, and he's dead through the smoke. Reigns up in heaven, trying to get this back under control. So low on interz. This nade, this nade from karrigan, it could do it. He could stop the plant, but he doesn't know. If only he knew. It's still going to come in, and it might get this kill, but Shiro seals the deal. And Gambit, they refuse to go down without a fight.
Yeah, that's massive for Shiro. 3 kills off the AWP, and CT side, he was going a bit cold, going a bit quiet. Like you said, overtime's been all over the B bomb site. Shiro's just been left on these 2-on-4 retakes, not able to get involved. Finally, he's the man who makes it happen. Nice entry work from Axel as well. Gambit still holding on, looking for a double overtime. This is it. Double OT or a done series, and Gambit eliminated from IEM Winter. FaZe trying their best at it. Double mollies out in middle, forcing 2 smokes out of Gambit. That's going to seriously reduce any execute that they had planned in this round just to get this early space to deny FaZe aggression, but the aggression isn't there. It's down on B. 30 kills on Twistzz. Shiro 1 behind.
Rain and broky are both playing aggro over towards toilets, but broky's up and left. So Rain's here alone right now. Rain is all alone, and they are moving past him. They are slipping by him. He's going to try and hit this timing out in the middle. Oh, now he hears the footsteps. This is weird. Rain, he knows he might have a golden opportunity, but he's got to thread the needle, right? They are either side of him on the bathroom. Rain's still patient, still waiting. They know they haven't cleared this, right? It's so weird. He wants to go back. He wants to go back and help his team. He doesn't want to give them a way back in, and still it happens. Hobbit beheads him. nafany with the openers. And FaZe are in a 2-on-4 retake at this A bomb site. Double overtime now on the cards in a very big way.
Yeah, Gambit just won't let go, and you got to love it. Although Twistzz, top performer in the server, trying to stop the plant. 20 seconds, he's done it. This truck, it soaks the shots. Olof on the flag. Twistzz is gone, but it's a 1v1 with just enough time. He can swap sides of the site. Going back for the truck plant. Axel v Olof. Kit available. Bit of utility, but you got to keep those guns in hand.
Axel, man, he must be trembling right now. This is the 1v1 to keep Gambit at IEM Winter. olofmeister moving up. That smoke gives him pause for a moment, and Axel is the nasty surprise waiting a truck. We run it back again. Another overtime as Gambit managed to hold on. They dig their heels in, and they refuse to go anywhere.
You got to give it to Gambit. The fact that they win that round off the back of, the double entry into A, all in the meantime, Rain is sitting there calming every bit of info to FaZe. Like, yep, they're up short. Yep, there's an AWP here. Yep, there's at least 3. Get ready for the A. And Gambit, despite never checking, never clearing toilets, they were always aware of its potential for harboring enemies. broky, he tries to fight middle, but those flashes just deny. And Gambit, that's enough to send him back to the bomb site. First to 22 now. FaZe, all they're thinking about is, damn, I wish that I got that clean T side. They almost had it. Chance to right their wrongs. And to think there could be a whole another map after this as well.
Yeah, it is wild, you know, and the longer this goes on, it starts to just become like a war of attrition. You know, because you're putting all your energy into this. There's only so long you can be given 100%. Rain pushing in Con. This head-to-head between him and Hobbit, it was something we saw in the first half. It felt like Hobbit was winning that out more often than not. That's definitely switched up as we've gotten deeper into this. It feels like Rain's coming out ahead there more often than not. Olof.
Oh dear.
Playing around the smoke. He wants revenge for that last clutch that didn't go his way. Twistzz was playing anti-flash, and so he's lined up the double. That's the bomb as well. nafany on short was hoping to trade this. karrigan waiting in the site has heard the tag and swings it on the perfect timing. Shiro 1v3 and not enough time. FaZe take the first in OT number 2.
Yes, but numbers mean nothing. The closer is all we're waiting for, that final penny. Nice setup though, like it's crazy to have Olof out in the open like that, but it's a perfect bait for Twistzz. And the smoke and the way it fades, they just do not see Twistzz up top. Even though he's reacting late, like they're already past it. They think they've cleared Monster, they're discounting that, blending into the bars. This is a jail cell that Gambit may never leave. Perpetually trapped on this T side, smoking the mid Molotovs, pushed up. Rain, oh my goodness. First time we've seen anything like this all game. Pushed in the party, fighting middle. Rain's gonna help out, traded after 1. broky would have loved that first shot. That could have been 2 for 0 for FaZe. Instead, a quick trade. Gambit now have that A control. It sent the AWP to connector though. If broky wants to be on that A site, he's got to reroute through B now, and that's dangerous. It's territory they don't have. His team might have to come in on short water and push to get him out.
Yeah, if you're FaZe here, you want nothing more than for Gambit to slow this down, because you're actually very much out of position right now. They are taking short water. They are giving broky an avenue out of there, as you say.
They're going to collapse on middle instead.
Yeah, and instead they're coming up. They're looking for this. karrigan will get shut down, but broky still fighting down in the connector. Backed into a corner. But this is where the claws come out, and broky with another has dropped the bomb in middle. Gambit, it's all onto interz, 1-on-3. He's got 45 seconds time, the only ally of this man. He needs the ace clutch if he wants to win this round. This decision from Gambit to slow down, it's often a safe bet, but it's only put them in more danger here. interz traded. And so it's 20 for FaZe, 2 now in a row on this CT side. They're looking to go flawless.
Yeah, and on the CT side of all halves, right? Like it was Gambit that clawed it back in this T half to get us to double overtime in the first place. He felt like 2 out of 3 was enough for FaZe. It's just them holding on and Gambit refusing to let go as well. I love that call to crunch middle. FaZe, they could have just used it to bail broky out and go set up on that A side. They just didn't even want to let Gambit get into A, and they've struggled to do that this half. Or on this T side, rather, both overtimes. And some more convincing rounds for FaZe now as we hit double overtime. It's not coming down to these 1v1 clutches that, you know, at times do favor Gambit. It's confident 3-4 alive rounds. A slower default for Gambit. They get Con. Important real estate considering the success that Rain has been having in this position, like you said. Lets them peer into water. But FaZe are nice and passive in B. Double AWP again. Gambit opt to do this on the T side once more. And the constant resmokes of Monster for FaZe. They do use that to rotate up another player. karrigan up on A. Util getting thrown into B, but it's not a commitment yet. They're just trying to get the grenades out of FaZe Clan. You never know. You've got to use your smoke. You don't know if you're being attacked as that Molotov comes in. And now you wish you never had. Now you wish you had it to stop the play. Too late. Little reboost up. Olof trying to get in the right spot to do it silently.
So nafany's gone all the way back to T-spawn to swap out that secondary AWP because he doesn't want it for the B hit, right? Yeah. And this has wasted even more time off the clock for Gambit. They've got 25 seconds. This is a last second push. Short's getting taken by FaZe, but they turn back to go and fight Monster, and they drop the bomb. Now nafany is pincering karrigan on Short, and he will trade that out, but broky from heaven might have just sealed the deal. Hobbit 1v2, moving in. Doesn't know where Rain's gotten to. He'll flush him out, but Rain wins the fight, and it's a flawless CT side from FaZe. They now need one in this second half of the second overtime to 2-0 Gambit and put an end to them at IEM Winter.
Yeah, you want to say it's as good as done, but also you got to give the respect to Gambit. They have just not been letting go of this game. They've not been letting FaZe close it out. Remember, it was Gambit in control at one point. It was Gambit with map point to take us to Ancient, and that little 5-round comeback from FaZe at 15-10. All worthwhile now here in second overtime. 1 round needed. FaZe's T-sides have been pretty good. In last OT on T-side, FaZe went, okay, mate. FaZe went for all these B hits, right? They often left Shiro and Axel retaking with double AWPs, locked out of rounds. We'll see if FaZe continue to do that. Although, with an attempt to go down lower, broky gets spammed out by nafany. So, a man down, and Gambit, once again, not going down without a fight. Monster pop, it's the call of the day, to be honest. And we've got this bait and switch with an anti-flash player ready.
Yeah, Rain leading from the front actually in this one. He's the first man in, and he's going to double up. Now karrigan, often so good at these openers, has taken it even further. Now this was a 4-on-5 for FaZe. Suddenly it's a 2-on-2, and they're feeling hopeful. That molly almost gets rid of karrigan, but almost isn't enough. Olof has missed his timing on Axel, getting out through Con over towards Short. Can he tuck himself in? No, he can't make himself scarce, and Axel will sniff that out. So it's karrigan's 1v2 at 8 points of health that's going to have to win this now. And Shiro just jump shots him with the P250. No. You know, all things considered for FaZe, it's impressive that they're even in a spot where they get the bomb down there, but it is still a Gambit round, 19 to their name. And as we've seen, right, this has just been a series of comebacks or, you know, impossible streaks that should never happen. It feels so up in the air right now.
Yeah, almost got 2-on-4 to knock out Gambit from the competition, but even so, Olof, just that missed timing on the connector flank. And look at this, Shiro mid-air, he wasn't on anything. First bullet, taps out karrigan. No clutch today, we play on.
It's super unfortunate because I think the whole reason he turned around was because the Molotov, I think they believed, was going to kill karrigan. So he was going to, you know, go and help out there, maybe look to get the bomb down.
Oh, double AWP is back. It's made its return. It's been a while. Gambit got scarred from doing it earlier, so. Flashes into B. Rain's trapped out on an island, but he does escape with his life. Him and karrigan getting tagged up quite heavily by spam, grenades, you name it. Gambit got it. Axel trades out. Goes back to the AK-47. Man's got quite the arsenal. An AWP and an AK on CT side. Good shot from Hobbit, catching Rain on the boost. Gambit aren't falling for your little tricks, FaZe. If you want to win this map, if you want to knock us out of the tournament, you better try harder than that.
Yeah, they're grouping for another one of these B hits, but, you know, at best, you've got an even odds fight here. And those are the ones you want to try and avoid in CS. Olof out on Short, while broky and Twistzz are grouped for the playthrough Monster. interz close, beautiful. And the flash is a thing of beauty.
Shots not so much.
As long as you get them, that's what counts. So Olof also gonna falter, and so Gambit now 1 away from a triple overtime affair.
Hey, you can tell the fatigue is getting to them. Look at that around, the whiff spray, the jump mid-fight, like it's all over the place. But Gambit, no, Gambit can taste it. 1 more overtime, 1 more chance to just reset the clock, forget the last 6 rounds, forget the last 2 maps.
And, you know, mate, these Gambit B holds, they're really good. Like, the boost that we saw employed there never really works against Gambit because they love this, this like, 3-pronged approach over towards Monster and Short with someone playing close. That frees up this barrels or pillar player to just hold for the boost until he's commed across to have to look elsewhere. And so Hobbit got that kill for free, mate. It felt like it came to you. Rain's dead in Con, finally bested in this position, right? We kind of said how he'd come into his own over at this side of the map. Well, now faltering and giving up that man advantage. up against the threat of a third overtime.
Yeah, we need a magic call from karrigan, or at least some magic entries. He has risen above the entirety of Gambit once we've hit overtime in the kills. Some of his entries have saved rounds, but a man down yet again, popping B. interz is ready. Blinded does not make a damn difference. He gets out with one. A reflash, it will fall short, but the second won't. And interz locks in a third overtime. We run it back. You'll see us after the break.
The raw power, the raw talent, aim, ability of a squad like FaZe now meeting the composure, the patience of a Gambit that are looking to take us a third map. It's a classic unstoppable force meeting a movable object. It was almost cool for a moment.
Yeah.
Now we're into a third overtime.
Hey, it's showing in the server, it's showing in the card.
Yeah,
it's been a long day, and we're just getting started. Triple
It takes a lot out of
overtime.
you. It really does.
I can't imagine how they're feeling, the stress of every single round, and then the requirement to forget the previous, to move on to the next. A new goal every 60 seconds, seemingly. Back to A. B, well, FaZe, they got 3 on CT. They couldn't close it on the lower site. Let's try something new. It's at least not the double orb they're walking into. But Gambit, if there were any round they wish they had it, it would be now. Axel's had a hell of a game. Alongside Shiro, quite a troublesome twosome to break through on this top site. That smoke spam is good. But Shiro, it doesn't matter his health. As long as he's got at least one, he's still kicking. Olof. Another trade of damage down B. We might see a bit of a rotate. You spot Olof down lower, and you seem to have an idea of what FaZe are doing, right? More of their defaulting, but it's a bit of a fake out, and karrigan would love that kill to sell this hard. Instead, the info goes the way of Gambit. Oh, nafany rotate. He's going to go back eventually. He can't stick forever, surely. It's gone very quiet on the top site. We have long sight lines from the orb through the Molotov for FaZe, and it's not gone well for them.
Yeah, 3 on 5 that you're going to find it really rough to try and grind your way back into. interz still set up here at the barrels, and with the swing, he is taking names. Hobbit here to help him out, and Shiro even chiming in from the heavens. Gambit is sounding real fired up as well, right? And you imagine they were the ones in the lead originally, all the way back in regulation. These were the guys who could have closed this out all the way back at, what, like 15-11. Then we end up in that overtime. You know, at that point, you're maybe in your head a little bit. You're a little bit concerned that you couldn't get the one round to get it over the line. But now we're hitting that, like, momentum switch. This is where Gambit are once again believing in their ability to win this map and take this series the distance.
Yeah, it's the mindset change from, damn, why didn't we close it out? We had so many opportunities, to going 0-3 down and going, come on guys, we can win this game. We just pulled back the impossible. We should not still be here, and yet we are. Why stop now? Play your damn heart out. And they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but FaZe, they're learning a thing or two from these youngsters. Getting taught a lesson. Gambit want more game time. Gambit want to stay in the server. They don't want to fly home sour for Christmas. Good damage done by Gambit already. Rain gets tagged up, just dodges the Molotov. Luckily, no spam on top of that, or he would be dead. karrigan, again, walking out on his own. It's a dangerous move, and interz watches the edge of the smoke. It's as free as you like. 5 on 4, and every single one of these CT rounds in the last 6 have seemingly started like this for Gambit. An untradeable one-on-one, and now FaZe just having to do it again without their in-game leader and with nafany on the flank.
This is big. This kill, it's happening. Whether you like it or not, Olof's dead, and there's no one who can, you know, reclaim that kill. No one who can punish nafany. And so it's 5-on-3. Huge spot for Gambit to be in.
4 on A.
A full stack. That's all because of nafany's info, pushing through Monster, seeing no one, taking short. You know it's the A play. And so FaZe, mate, you're 3-on-4 in the site take. That is brutal. Shiro with the swing, looking to lock it in. And he'll make it so, 23-21. Running away with this CT half in the third overtime. Our Gambit.
It's FaZe having to pull the comeback now. Oh, how the tides change. Oh, how the momentum swings. And oh, how Ancient waits in the background, on the tip of your tongue, in the back of your mind. How the hell do you reset after this one? One more for Gambit. It's a clean sweep, if that's to be the case. FaZe have had a clean sweep. They couldn't convert it. Gambit, you'd like to think they would manhandle that opportunity if given the chance. Double AWP, this time on nafany. He was keen to do it on the T side at times.
Yeah, I mean, he always does heading into these final rounds. He'll always just drop a gun as well, like back in spawn, so that he can, you know, trade out to an M4 in the event that he has to clutch, and like, he's even picked that up now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Someone jumped at the end of long. broky was trying to kill that deep player. He's taken out his teammate, and what a way this could all come crumbling down off the back of a team kill. Another 5-on-3, and make that even worse odds. Gambit, they are laid up to win this game.
We talk about exhaustion, you know, we talk about all these little problems, all these little uncharacteristic displays. Mate, that's Twistzz at almost 40 kills deep, getting team killed by broky after, I didn't catch who it was, baiting the shot out, but
just jumping for him.
Damn, that's brutal. One way to remove the advantage from your opponent, and that is a flawless first half for Gambit.
And hey, I've been talking about how Gambit feel like they start every CT round with a 5-on-4. Like often it's karrigan, he's going up long or he's walking out Monster, and oh dear. Well, that's not the 5-on-4 that Gambit earned, but it's certainly one that you feel they deserve at this point.
That was by design. What are you talking about?
Tactical bait, team kill, jump play. I don't know, man. It is setting in, and FaZe, they've got to be flustered now. Like, you know, Twistzz, if he's not on tilt, like, impressive to him, because that is such a horrible way for this to go. broky's got to make up for it. He's got to keep breathing. He's got to dig deep for FaZe, and Twistzz has had enough of waiting around for his team to dice him up. He wants to get involved.
Oh, yeah, but only one for his troubles. Now, you still have Rain pushed up aggro in middle. So Twistzz death isn't in vain yet, right? As long as Rain's still here, you're getting info. You're able to maintain a kind of heavier presence over towards B and Con.
Oh.
I get a little paranoid for broky in this position. I think there's so many ways this can go wrong. He could just be... Oh, Rain, hang on a moment. This timing. This timing, Rain. They have got no idea. If only he played the trigger discipline. Not that he was to know that. And that swing back out will grant Shiro the equalizer.
Only Shiro trades that with the AWP up close, right? Forget the rifles. FaZe go for some mid-round information here. But Gambit, they are 3 kills away from Ancient, from a flawless third overtime where no one has been able to close. Not even Gambit with a 5-round lead in regulation on 15. They couldn't shut it down. They couldn't end this game. It took them another hour. But if they can get there, all the more power to them. broky back down Con, might have been hurt. He ran his way down. Shiro's been cleared out of Monster. And broky's running up into the unknown. He's cleaned out by Axel. The A site, by the way, already lost, mate. Hobbit walked up out long, karrigan-esque to take this site, and olof's on the quick flank. Luckily, that bomb drop is everything, because now Axel is set up to deal with him, but he didn't hear olof get through the toilet. He's been walked past. That's not 4x3. He just couldn't see, and olof has slipped the net. But where are the kills? The reroute on long, he hears that, and that might turn him around. He's seen Axel. Olof got the round in the palm of his hand, and Axel doesn't know where he's getting shot from.
Axel! Caught sleeping at the wheel, and now just Hobbit left to try and close this out for Gambit. They tap on the bomb, they're sticking it, and Hobbit's got them off. Olof with the swing. And he keeps it fighting for FaZe. 22 rounds to their name. They now need 2 in a row to run this back again.
What?
There was so much weirdness there. Axel missing that timing, that was already crazy enough. And for a moment, it looked like Olof was going to get nothing out of it, even though he'd skirted on by the opposition. They traded places.
It's crazy. The thing that gives Olof that round is Hobbit running back on long. Otherwise, Olof wouldn't have turned around. He never would have seen Axel in the toilet. And even if he realizes later in the round, if you have 2 in Divider, you're dead. You're fresh meat. It's a Gambit game. But no, we continue to play on. Like it or not, that's not my problem. 24-22. 2 more CT rounds for a 4th OT. Or Gambit bringing us to a 3rd map. It's a treat no matter what. Counter-Strike at this level. Another double AWP, but as said, you know, nafany's got his sidearm, his back pocket AK. He's already swapped back out to it. Rerouting on Monster. Bomb is in con. AWP is on this angle. Twistzz is AWPing long with broky on the A side. It was what hurt Gambit in some of these CT-sided rounds, right? These AWPs being left to retake, and right now FaZe have got to believe in their triple monster hold. It has been damn good though at times.
Yeah, I'm imagining there will be a gun once again drop back in spawn for one of them to grab. Should this come to the retake, which, I mean, it certainly could. Gambit are poised for one of these B hits, mate, and their B hits are no laughing matter. FaZe, a lot of the time, later in the round, like right towards the end, they try to re-aggro over towards short. I hope we don't see that with karrigan still playing here. It certainly makes me nervous, and that's what Shiro is waiting for right now.
Balls of steel for FaZe not moving muscle. Gambit threw their util and then went quiet, like they're faking, like they're going back up con, but it is just that late 20-second recommit, and here it comes.
Oh, the flash is good. Shiro does deal with karrigan pushing up on the short side. Right now, Olof is feeling the heat, feeling the pressure, and Axel flushes him out. Rain at the barrels. This is his moment. He's got support from broky. The molly burns Rain out and into the open, so broky's got to do it now. Dropping into the site, 1 shot in the right place. A bomb plant denial could be enough, but instead Hobbit's flushed him out, and it's only Twistzz. There was no gun. He's on the AWP for the 1v3. Even that's a headshot from him. And now onto the CZ as he moves in close quarters, up above. Another kill for Twistzz, and only Hobbit left to find this AWP. In the hands of a man, 40 kills deep. It's a lethal weapon indeed. Hobbit on the short side, trying to win this for Gambit, trying to make it happen, and Twistzz has missed him. Now Hobbit comes in with the swing, and Twistzz is a dead man. Gambit lock in the victory, and we run this back again. We're going to Ancient.